Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment, where we love pop culture. Today, it's time for another Married with Children episode review. Now, I've got my Alien Ron English shirt on, so I feel it's only appropriate that it's time to review this episode. This has been one that I've been waiting to do for a while. I didn't want to jump in and just do it right away because this episode, we don't even have to get to the end. We know this episode is just totally out of this world. All right, guys, let's waste no more time as I get on with my Married with Children review from episode 7 from season 5 called Married with Aliens. Now, after sloshing through the fountain at his mall trying to collect some spare change, Al accidentally slips and hits his head on the fountain statue. Now, this will cause him some side effects and pain, but most notably, he's not going to be able to sleep. Now, that very same night, Al is going to have trouble sleeping, but things are just going to get even weirder for Al because when he takes a look over at the window, well, he's going to see 3 little green aliens jumping through it. Now, they don't come to cause him any harm. They only come to steal his socks. Now, after the aliens have collected Al's socks and take off, he's going to wake Peg up and say, "Peg, 3 little green men just jumped through the window and stole my socks." Now, Peg is going to pose the question, were these guys green before or after they grabbed your socks? Now, of course, with Al hitting his head, Peg is just going to chalk this up to him having illusions, and he's probably just in need of serious medical attention. And then she goes back to sleep. Now, Al is going to go to the doctor and get himself checked out, but when he returns home, of course, the family, they're definitely going to have some laughs at his expense, with Kelly telling him that he's missed some calls from the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot. Peg is going to tell Al that they're heading out for the day, but they might run late because the octopus people have taken over the town. And to make things even worse, well, Bud, he's going to give Al a secret ring that he says if he's in trouble, he can just blow on it and the alien police will come and save him. Now, Al is going to actually begin to have doubts on what he saw. That is until he gets yet another visit from the aliens, but this time, instead of 3, there's 6 of them, and they've actually come equipped with what looks like a metal detector for dirty socks. Now, after finding Al hiding in the closet and of course having more laughs at his expense, Marcy is going to tell him that UFO Digest is actually offering a $1 million reward for anybody that can provide proof that they've been visited by aliens. Now, Marcy's going to go on to say that with Buck the dog's testimony and Al's standing in the community, well, that money, it's as good as his. Now, after laying out a trail of socks, all in hopes of catching that $1 million photo, when the aliens don't show up, well, Al gets frustrated and he decides he's just going to go to bed. But it's when Al actually takes his socks off, it's like a homing beacon to the aliens that once again show back up. Now, this is definitely my favorite part of the episode as we get to see Al and the aliens have a photo shoot, and even Peg gets in on the action while she's sleeping. Now, we're going to pick up the next day and we're going to see Al head to the store to pick up his pictures, and he's all ready to start a whole new life. But of course, this is Al Bundy, and money and fame is definitely not in his cards, because when he asked the photo clerk for his pictures, the photo clerk is going to ask Al, "Do you know anything about photo developing?" And Al's going to say, "No." And the clerk's going to reply, "Neither do we." Now, essentially, with no photo evidence, Al has given up all dreams of cashing in that $1 million reward, and actually, he now has a court date to worry about after smashing his camera over the photo clerk's head. Now, Al is going to tell the aliens what happened, and they're going to actually offer to let him take more pictures, but he says, "You know what, guys? This is just my destiny. It's not meant to work out. Nothing ever good happens to Al Bundy." Now, Al is going to go on to ask the aliens, what are they doing with his dirty socks? And they're going to say Isuzu, which is alien for fuel. Now, unbeknownst to Al, he's actually a hero of the galaxy because we find out that there was actually a huge meteor spiraling towards Earth that was going to destroy our planet and many others. But it was the fuel that the Dirty Socks provided from Al Bundy that actually diverted the comet and made Al Bundy a legend everywhere except for on Earth. All right, so now it's time for my final score for the episode, Married with Aliens. Now, I usually do my score on a scale of 1 to 10. And yes, I have given out some 10s here on the channel for episodes of Married with Children. But when it comes to this particular episode, it's definitely cream of the crop. So I can't give it a 10 out of 10. So I've created a new number score here specifically for this episode. And I think a few other episodes are gonna earn it as well. And it's the number 33, Seal of Greatness. Yes, the episode Married with Aliens is definitely a notch above all the other great episodes of Married with Children. When I think classic episodes, this is definitely one of the best. Now, while this is the first episode to get the number 33 Seal of Greatness, I think there's a few other ones that will also get it. Now, here in this episode, no matter how many times I've watched this episode over the years, man, it is just such a great time. This episode, you start it and it's over in a flash. It doesn't even feel like 22 minutes. This episode is just so well acted, so well written. It really is definitely the best of the best. Now, what are your thoughts on the episode Married with Aliens? Comment down below. Now, guys, this is the last Married with Children episode review for 2021, and I already have a few ideas for 2022, including one episode with Tiffany Amber Thiessen, who guest stars, plus the Bundys go to England. Those are definitely two of the first episodes I definitely want to review here on the channel. And what episodes would you like to see me review? Definitely comment down below. All right, guys, if you like Married with Children episode look back reviews like this, make sure you stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.